Imagine a place untouched by time or trouble. This is where our story begins, not with a bang, but with a breath. In Genesis chapter 2, the universe shrinks. It focuses on a single special garden. Here the ground is still damp from a mist that rises to water the earth. This is Eden. Genesis 1 was a wide shot, a sweeping panorama of creation over 7 days. But Genesis 2 feels different. It is a close-up. The language is more personal, more hands-on. Into this perfect garden God places the first man. The text tells us God formed him from the dust of the ground. Then God breathes into his nostrils the breath of life. This is a moment of incredible intimacy. Adam becomes a living soul. He is the centerpiece of this new world, the reason the garden was planted. God puts him in the garden to work it and take care of it. This is our first introduction to the concept of work. God brings all the animals to him. Adam's job is to name them. In the ancient world, to name something was to have understanding and authority over it. In the midst of this perfection, God observes something. It is not good for the man to be alone. All the animals have mates, but for Adam, there was no suitable helper found. So God performs another act of creation. He takes one of his ribs, and from it, he builds a woman. When Adam awakens and sees her, his response is poetic. This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. But paradise comes with a rule. In the center of the garden stand two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. This is not a trick, it is a choice. The story of Genesis 2, written thousands of years ago, still echoes in our modern lives. The idea that we are made from the earth yet filled with a divine breath speaks to our dual nature. Genesis 2 presents work in its purest form, as a creative and noble act of stewardship. Whether we are planting a garden or teaching a child, the calling extends beyond a literal garden. It is a call to cultivate our communities and leave our corner of the world better than we found it. The declaration that it is not good to be alone resonates in our often lonely world. It affirms our deep-seated need for genuine companionship. Every day we face our own trees, we make choices that define who we are. The story of the garden is not just a tale of our origins, it is a mirror, reflecting our deepest needs, our highest callings, and the enduring freedom we have to choose our own way. Many readers see Genesis 2 as a poetic account of creation, emphasizing meaning and relationship rather than scientific detail. Some interpret it literally, while others see it as compatible with evolutionary theory, suggesting the story conveys spiritual truths about humanity's origin and purpose, rather than a step-by-step process. The conversation between creation and evolution continues, inviting us to reflect on both faith and science. Scholars note that Genesis 2 reflects ancient Near Eastern literary forms, yet stands apart in its emphasis on human dignity and relational purpose. Unlike other creation myths, Genesis 2 presents humanity as partners in creation, entrusted with stewardship rather than domination. The narrative's focus on relationship between humans, the earth, and the divine has inspired ongoing theological and ethical discussions. Modern scholarship also highlights the text's poetic structure and symbolic language, suggesting that its truths are conveyed through metaphor and narrative artistry, rather than literal chronology. Genesis 2 is not a scientific account but a profound meditation on human purpose. John Walton, Old Testament scholar. The garden story is a parable about relationship, not a chronology of events. Walter Brueggemann, biblical scholar. Genesis 2 invites us to see ourselves as caretakers, not conquerors of creation. Ellen Davis, theologian. The narrative's power lies in its poetic symbolism. Terence Fretheim, biblical scholar. Thanks for exploring the depths of Genesis 2 with us. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient stories and timeless questions, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new episode, and join a community of curious minds uncovering wisdom from the past for today. See you in the next video.